Oh goodness, then I must complete this, mustn't I? I mean, the fourth recording, D here. What causes you to achieve this? Well, I'll give my own example. Nothing to do with some concept of God. I was concerned that something like 12-ish of age, 12 years old, that Mum was suicidal and always thinking about bad things, suicide and so on, which greatly troubled me, of course, to say the least. And I wasn't going to go down that road. There's nothing great in being suicidal, profound, momentous, and deep and tragic. No, I don't want that. I want life. I'm going to enjoy life. I choose to enjoy life. That was, I think, the turning point. I didn't know it. Well, I realised this is a profound stepping out on my part, not simply following Mum's example, whom I was extremely close to, of course, but that I was going to enjoy life. I should look at the flowers on the way walking to school. I became known as Happy. I mean, that was my nickname for about a year and a half, till I got into adolescence and longed for a girlfriend, you understand. But perhaps I experienced a lesson that was to pave the way later, much later, when I was at university. And I was 3 years older than the average going to university at that. But to return to that earlier time, I decided the difficult lessons, I shall go and enjoy them. I shall enjoy this teacher who I'm scared to death of. And, I can't spell, but I shall still do absolutely my best to enjoy this lesson and put my mind to it, so to speak. I mean, this was dramatic, and my turnaround in achievement at school was just unbelievable. So two things were concurrent. One was got called Happy. I mean, what is this guy? And two, I've become, in no time at all, I mean in the space of a year, an incredibly successful student, from being very average in a below average school, secondary school, you see, not a grammar school. No, don't get me wrong, I hadn't seen the light, so to speak, as regards believing in a God or something like that. But do you see? Something had happened in my life where I was experiencing a dramatic change in fortune, if you like, from a secular point of view. And I knew it, of course. I'd got the answer. I lost the answer, as I say, when I entered, full adolescence and longing for a girlfriend, and not having such was everything to me, If I'd seen my future, I wouldn't have been so concerned. Sadly, I've had 3 wives and a few relationships, and not my purposed ideal. My purposed ideal was, this is a sidetrack, isn't it? But my purposed ideal was definitely an ordinary wife is good enough for me, and I want it to be one wife and a wonderful, good marriage. None of this variety stuff. I wanted to be faithful and true. And I knew this in my heart. I didn't succeed in pulling it off. Well, I was faithful and true, but I didn't succeed in one relationship. Yeah. And I trust now, of course, that God had that for a good reason. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. But do you see now, what I'm aiming at in this recording is pointing out I had changed in that I was now focusing on that which was good and determined to notice it and not let it slip from my consciousness. And that's can be simply achieved as an adult by simply saying to oneself, well, whatsoever is good and lovely, I will think on these things. And you will find that gratitude springs up in your heart. And who is this gratitude to be focused on? Who am I thankful to that my life has been as it has been? No one person, a whole string of circumstances. I choose and want to choose to trust in there being a God that has done this, and I can thank him for it, and I do. So whatsoever is good and lovely, think on these things, and you'll find you have a gratitude which you may well want to focus on God, your God, personification of what you value. That's who he is. How could you not love such a notion, such a person? I know what I value. I value this, the personification of what I value. How could I value anything else? I shall love my God with all my heart, soul, mind and strength. And that's very easy because he's the personification of all that I love and value, all that I see as good. And I spend my time focusing on that which is good. In fact, quite simply with experience, and very little experience I might say, because of what I'm appreciating, I trust him even for that which is bad. The little things that are wrong to begin with, and bigger things as time goes by, I can trust him for. And find that I'm incredibly blessed and miraculously so. And I mean miraculously so, in so doing. But taste and see. Find out for yourself. Bless you. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.